My child, the final paperwork has just been signed, but not for a loan, not for insurance, and not for some forgotten form that collects dust in a drawer. No, this is something far greater, something that will reshape the path of your life in ways you never imagined. This document, sealed with your name, makes you the legal owner of something so rare, so extraordinary, that it will redefine your future. But before you wonder what this gift could be, there's something you need to know, something urgent, something heavy. This ownership isn't ordinary. It comes with a weight, a purpose, and a challenge that has undone everyone who held it before you. Every single one of them gave it back, not after years or months, but within 7 days. Why? What could make someone walk away from something so precious? The answer will not only surprise you, it will linger in your thoughts, urging you to decide if you're ready to carry this gift or if you, too, will return it. Listen closely, my child, because I'm about to take you on a journey. I'll reveal what this ownership is, why it's yours, and what it demands. Give me your next few moments, and I'll open your eyes to a truth that will change how you see yourself forever. Let's begin. It was a quiet morning, the kind where the world feels still. A woman sat at her dining table, sipping tea, the steam curling in the air. The soft hum of her routine surrounded her, birds chirping outside, the faint clink of a spoon against her cup. Everything felt familiar, safe, until the doorbell rang. She glanced at the clock. It was too early for visitors. Curious, she walked to the door, her steps slow, unsure. When she opened it, there was no familiar face, no friendly smile. Just a courier, standing silent, holding a single envelope. It was heavy, the paper thick and crisp, sealed with a wax stamp that felt like it carried a secret. She signed for it, closed the door, and turned the envelope over in her hands. Her fingers traced the edges, hesitant, before she broke the seal. Inside was a letter, written on smooth parchment that felt like it belonged in another time. The words on the page made her heart skip a beat. Asterisk congratulations, you are now the legal owner of a gift unlike any other. Asterisk she read on, her breath catching as the letter described something beyond her wildest dreams, a place, a purpose, a legacy. It was a house, but not just any house. It was a home that seemed to glow with possibility, nestled in a quiet valley, surrounded by rolling hills and whispering trees. The letter described tall windows that let in golden light, a garden that bloomed with flowers she'd never seen before, and rooms that felt alive with stories waiting to be told. It was a place that promised peace, a fresh start, a life she'd always dreamed of but never dared to claim. Her hands trembled as she held the letter, her mind racing with questions. Why her? How could this be real? And yet, the paperwork was clear, her name was written in bold, undeniable ink. This was hers, legally, completely. She called her family, her voice shaking with excitement. They packed their bags, their hearts full of hope. They talked about the future, new memories they'd make, laughter that would fill the halls, moments of joy that would replace years of struggle. When they arrived at the house, it was even more beautiful than the letter described. The gates swung open as if welcoming them home. The air smelled of fresh earth and possibility. They stepped inside, their footsteps echoing on polished floors, and for a moment, everything felt perfect. They believed they had found their forever home, a place where their dreams could take root and grow. But, my child, not everything that shines is as simple as it seems. The first night, as they settled in, something felt off. It wasn't loud or obvious, just a subtle shift in the air, a whisper of unease that brushed against their skin. The lights flickered, not from a storm or a faulty wire, but as if the house itself was breathing. The second day, small things went wrong. A favorite necklace vanished from the bedside table, a door creaked open when no one was near. By the third day, the children stopped running through the garden. They stayed close to their mother, their eyes wide, their laughter gone. On the fourth day, arguments sparked over nothing, a spilled cup, a forgotten chore, words sharper than they meant to be. The fifth day brought strange sounds in the night, like soft footsteps pacing in empty rooms. The sixth day, the mirrors in the house seemed to hold shadows that didn't match the faces looking into them. And by the seventh day, the family couldn't take it anymore. They packed their bags in silence, left the keys on the kitchen counter, and drove away, never looking back. You must be wondering, my child, what could make a family abandon a gift so beautiful, so rare? What was it about this house that drove them away? The truth is, this house wasn't just a building. It was a test, a challenge, a calling. It was alive in a way most things aren't, built to hold only those who are meant to claim it. Every family before them was given the same chance, the same envelope, the same promise. And every single one returned it within 7 days, not because the house was cursed, but because they weren't ready for what it demanded. The house wasn't looking for just anyone, it was waiting for the one who could carry its weight, who could face its mysteries and not run. And now, my child, that envelope is coming to you. Soon, your doorbell will ring. You'll open the door to find a courier standing there, holding a letter with your name on it. You'll feel the weight of the paper in your hands, break the seal, and read the words that will change your life. Congratulations, you are now the legal owner. The address will be the same, the house just as breathtaking, the promise just as real. But unlike those who came before you, you won't walk away. Why? Because you were chosen, not by chance, not by mistake, but by a purpose bigger than you can imagine. This house, this gift, is more than wood and stone. It's a symbol of the life I've prepared for you, a life of abundance, peace, and purpose. But it comes with a challenge. The flickering lights, the strange shadows, the whispers in the night, they're not there to scare you. They're there to test you, to see if you'll trust me when the air feels heavy, when the unknown presses in. Every person before you saw those signs and ran, but you, my child, are different. You were made for this moment. The house isn't rejecting you, it's calling you to rise, to step into the destiny I've written for you. When you walk through those doors, you won't be alone. My presence will go with you, filling every corner, calming every shadow. The lights will steady, the mirrors will clear, the air will grow still. The house will know you, because it was built for you. The struggles you've faced, the nights you've cried, the moments you felt unseen, they've all been preparing you for this. You're not stepping into a house, you're stepping into a promise. As it's written, my people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes, in undisturbed places of rest. Isaiah 32 verse 18. This is my promise to you, and no one can take it away. But let's pause for a moment, my child, because I know your heart is racing. You're wondering what this house really is, what it means for you. Let me paint a clearer picture. This house isn't just a place with walls and windows. It's a reflection of your calling, your purpose, the life I've designed for you since before you were born. Think of it as a canvas, waiting for you to fill it with the colors of your dreams. The tall windows? They're the opportunities I'm opening for you, letting in light you've never seen before. The blooming garden? It's the growth I'm cultivating in your life, the beauty that will spring from your hardships. The rooms filled with stories? They're the chapters of your life that are yet to be written, waiting for you to step in and claim them. But like any great gift, this house comes with a responsibility. It's not enough to walk through the doors and expect everything to fall into place. The flickering lights, the missing necklace, the shadows in the mirrors, they're not random. They're the doubts, fears, and insecurities that have followed you for years. They're the voices that tell you you're not worthy, not ready, not enough. They're the memories of past failures, the weight of old wounds, the temptation to give up when things get hard. Every family before you faced those same shadows and chose to run. They saw the flickering lights and thought it was a sign to leave. They lost something precious and decided it wasn't worth the fight. They heard the footsteps and let fear drive them away. But you, my child, are different. You've been through too much, learned too much, grown too much to turn back now. Let me take you deeper into this story, because there's more you need to know. Imagine the woman who received the letter. Her name was Sarah. She was like you, someone who had faced loss, who had carried burdens heavier than she thought she could bear. Sarah had spent years working tirelessly, raising her children alone, wondering if her dreams would ever come true. When the envelope arrived, it felt like an answer to her prayers. She stood in the house, her heart swelling with hope, imagining a life where her children could grow without fear, where she could finally rest. But as the days passed, the house began to test her. The flickering lights reminded her of the times she felt powerless. The missing necklace brought back memories of things she'd lost: trust, time, opportunities. The arguments with her children echoed the moments she felt like she was failing as a mother. By the seventh day, Sarah was exhausted. She didn't see the house as a gift anymore, she saw it as a burden. So she left, just like the others, believing she wasn't strong enough to stay. But here's what Sarah didn't know, my child. The house wasn't pushing her out, it was inviting her to grow. The flickering lights weren't a curse, they were a call to trust in the darkness. The missing necklace wasn't gone forever, it was a lesson to value what truly matters. The arguments were a chance to heal old wounds, to listen, to love deeper. The house was alive with purpose, waiting for someone who could see beyond the shadows, someone who could hear its call and answer. Sarah wasn't ready, but you are. Let's talk about you, my child. You've been through your own 7 days, not in a house, but in life. You've faced moments when the lights went out, when you couldn't see the way forward. You've lost things that mattered, maybe a job, a relationship, a dream. You've heard footsteps in the night, the sound of fear trying to keep you awake. But every one of those moments has been preparing you for this. The house is yours because you've learned to keep going, even when the air feels heavy. You've learned to trust, even when the path isn't clear. You've learned to stand, even when the world tries to push you down. When you step into this house, you'll face the same tests Sarah did. The lights might flicker, reminding you of the times you felt lost. A door might creak, stirring memories of doors that closed in your past. But this time, you won't run. You'll stand in the middle of the room, look at the shadows, and say, "I'm not afraid. Because I'm with you, my child. My light will shine through every crack, my peace will fill every corner, my strength will hold you up. The house will know you, because it was built for you." Let's go deeper, because there's another layer to this story. The house isn't just about you, it's about the legacy you're meant to leave. When you claim this gift, you're not just claiming a home, you're claiming a purpose. You're stepping into a role that will touch lives beyond your own. Think of the garden outside the house, blooming with flowers no one has ever seen. Those flowers are the lives you'll inspire, the people you'll lift up, the difference you'll make because you chose to stay. Every seed you plant in that garden, every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every moment you choose faith over fear, will grow into something beautiful, something lasting. Imagine this, my child. You walk into the house, and the first thing you notice is a room you didn't see in the letter. It's a library, with shelves that stretch to the ceiling, filled with books that haven't been written yet. Those books are your story, your future, the chapters you'll write with every choice you make. Some of the pages are blank, waiting for you to fill them. Others have words already written, promises I've made to you, plans I've set in motion. As you walk through the library, you'll find a desk with a single book open, your name written on the cover. It's the story of your life, and the next chapter is about to begin. But here's the thing about this library, my child. It's not just for you. It's for everyone who will come after you. Your children, your friends, the strangers who will hear your story and find hope. Every time you choose to stay, every time you face the shadows and keep going, you're writing a story that will inspire others. You're showing them that they, too, can claim their own house, their own purpose, their own destiny. You're not just living for yourself, you're living for the countless lives you'll touch. Let's talk about the garden again, because it's more than just flowers. It's a place where broken things are made whole. When you walk through that garden, you'll see patches of earth that look barren, dry, lifeless. Those are the places in your life where you felt stuck, where you've wondered if anything good could grow. But, my child, I'm the gardener. I know how to bring life to dry places. I know how to make streams flow in the desert, as it's written in Isaiah 43 verse 19, see, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. When you walk through that garden, you'll see new growth, new opportunities, new relationships, new dreams. And you'll plant seeds for others, showing them that their barren places can bloom, too. Now, let's talk about the 7 days. Those 7 days aren't just a test, they're a journey. Each day in the house is a step toward becoming who you're meant to be. Let's walk through them together, so you know what to expect when you step through the door. Day 1, the flickering lights. The first day, you'll notice the lights flicker. It's not a power outage, it's a reminder of the times you felt powerless. Maybe it was a job you lost, a dream that faded, a moment when you felt like you couldn't go on. But here's the truth, my child. The light isn't going out. It's flickering to get your attention, to remind you that I'm the source of your strength. When the lights flicker, don't run. Stand still and say, I trust you. My light will shine brighter than any darkness, and you'll see the way forward. Day 2, the missing treasure. On the second day, you might lose something, a ring, a photo, something small but precious. It's not about the object, it's about the fear of loss. You've lost things before, time, trust, opportunities. But I'm the God who restores. As it's written in Joel 2 verse 25, I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. When something goes missing, don't panic. Look to me, and I'll show you what truly matters. You'll find treasures you didn't even know you had, peace, hope, purpose. Day 3, the silent garden. By the third day, the garden might feel quiet. The birds stop singing, the flowers seem still. It's a picture of the moments in your life when joy feels far away, when the world feels heavy. But silence isn't the absence of life, it's the moment before the song begins. Stay in the garden, my child. Listen closely. You'll hear my voice in the quiet, whispering, I'm here. The garden will bloom again, and so will your heart. Day 4, the sharp words. On the fourth day, you might find yourself arguing, maybe with someone you love, maybe with yourself. Words will feel sharper, tempers shorter. It's not about the argument, it's about the wounds you've carried. This is your chance to heal. Speak with love, listen with grace, forgive quickly. As Ephesians 4 verse 32 says, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. The house is teaching you to build bridges, not walls. Day 5. The footsteps in the night. The fifth day might bring sounds in the dark, footsteps, whispers, things you can't explain. They're not there to scare you, they're there to test your courage. You've heard those footsteps before, the doubts that keep you awake, the fears that whisper you're not enough. But I'm your shield, as Psalm 3 verse 3 says, You, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. When you hear the footsteps, don't hide. Stand up, walk toward them, and declare, I'm not afraid, because my God is with me. Day 6. The shadows in the mirror. On the sixth day, you might see something strange in the mirrors, shapes that don't look like you, shadows that linger. They're not ghosts, they're the lies you've believed about yourself. The mirror is showing you the things you need to let go of, the shame, the guilt, the fear that you're not worthy. Look again, my child. See yourself the way I see you, fearfully and wonderfully made, as Psalm 139 verse 14 says. The shadows will fade, and you'll see your true reflection, a child of God, chosen and loved. Day 7. The choice. By the seventh day, you'll feel the weight of it all, the flickers, the losses, the silence, the arguments, the footsteps, the shadows. This is the moment when everyone else walked away. They packed their bags, left the keys, and ran. But you, my child, have a choice. You can leave, like they did, or you can stay. I'm asking you to stay. Not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. On the seventh day, you'll realize that the house isn't testing you to break you, it's testing you to build you. Stay, and you'll see the lights shine steady, the treasures restored, the garden alive, the arguments healed, the footsteps silent, the mirrors clear. Stay, and you'll step into the life I've promised you. My child, this house is more than a gift, it's a calling. It's a reminder that I've chosen you for something greater than you can imagine. The world will try to pull you back, to make you doubt, to convince you to return the keys. But I'm asking you to trust me. Trust me when the lights flicker. Trust me when the garden is silent. Trust me when the shadows linger. I'm with you, and I've already overcome every challenge you'll face. When you step into this house, you're not just claiming a home, you're claiming your destiny. You're saying yes to a life where fear doesn't win, where doubt doesn't define you, where the past doesn't hold you back. You're saying yes to a future filled with hope, healing, and abundance. As Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. This house is my plan for you, my child. It's the place where your story changes, where your dreams come alive, where your purpose takes shape. And here's the beautiful part, you're not just stepping into this for yourself. You're stepping into it for everyone who will see your light. The people who doubted you, who overlooked you, who tried to dim your shine, they'll see you now. They'll see the way you walk in confidence, the way you love with grace, the way you live with purpose. They'll see the table I've prepared for you, overflowing with blessings, and they'll wonder how you did it. And you'll tell them, it wasn't me. It was God. So, my child, get ready. The courier is coming. The envelope is on its way. When it arrives, don't be afraid. Open it. Read the words. Feel the weight of the promise. And then walk through the door. Don't look back. Don't return the keys. This is your moment, your gift, your destiny. And I'm right there with you, every step of the way. Let's talk about what happens after the seventh day, because this is where your story truly begins. When you choose to stay, the house changes. The flickers stop, the garden blooms, the mirrors reflect your true self. You'll walk through the rooms and find treasures you didn't expect, new opportunities, new relationships, new dreams. You'll open doors you didn't know existed, leading to places you never imagined. The house will become your home, not because it's perfect, but because it's yours. And you'll realize that every challenge, every test, was worth it. But the house is just the beginning. It's a symbol of the life I'm calling you to live, a life where you don't just survive, but thrive. A life where you wake up every morning knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be. A life where your pain becomes your purpose, your struggles become your strength, your story becomes your testimony. Imagine this, my child. Years from now, you're sitting in that same garden, watching the flowers bloom. Your children are laughing, your heart is full, your life is overflowing. People come to you, asking how you did it, how you found peace in a world full of chaos. And you'll smile and say, I didn't find it. It found me. You'll tell them about the envelope, the house, the 7 days. You'll tell them about the moment you chose to stay, even when everything told you to run. And they'll listen, their eyes wide, their hearts open, because your story will give them hope. This is your legacy, my child. Not just a house, but a life that inspires others. A life that shows the world what's possible when you trust, when you stay, when you believe. You're not just claiming a gift, you're claiming a calling. You're stepping into a story that's bigger than you, a story that will echo through generations. Now, let's talk about the world outside the house, because it's not always kind. There will be people who doubt you, who question your worth, who try to pull you back to the life you're leaving behind. They'll see the envelope in your hands and tell you it's too good to be true. They'll hear about the house and say it's not for you. They'll point to the flickering lights and urge you to leave. But, my child, don't listen to them. They don't see what I see. They don't know what I know. They don't understand that I've chosen you for this, that I've prepared you for this, that I've equipped you for this. When the doubts come, and they will, remember this, I'm the one who holds your future. Not the economy, not your circumstances, not the opinions of others. Me. And I've promised you a future that's beyond your wildest dreams. As Psalm 23 verse 5 says, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. That table is waiting for you, my child, overflowing with blessings, surrounded by people who will see your light and be drawn to it. Some of them will be the very ones who doubted you, and you'll have the grace to invite them to sit with you, to share in the abundance I've given you. So, my child, here's what I need you to do. Get ready. The courier is coming. The envelope is near. When it arrives, hold it close. Feel its weight. Break the seal. Read the words. And then step through the door. Don't be afraid of the flickers, the shadows, the silence. They're not there to stop you, they're there to strengthen you. You've been through too much to turn back now. You've carried too much to let fear win. You've come too far to return the keys. This is your moment, my child. Your season. Your destiny. The house is waiting, and so is the life I've promised you. Walk through the door. Stay through the 7 days. Claim what's yours. And watch as I turn your story into something so beautiful, so powerful, that the world will never be the same.